anywhere in the World Wide Web with your record labels, man. We really appreciate that. And we're gonna start this show off, man, with RIP to the late great DJ Michael 5000 Watts. In the wake of the loss of our brother, man, there's been a lot of talk, a lot of conversation on the internet, a lot of mess. I got someone here that has some words, that has a lot, that has some things that he wants to say, and make sure that information is correctly put out to the people. Without any further ado, I'm gonna let him introduce himself so everybody knows who we're talking to.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're not too late. The dope man's baby DJ with the A1 for your eardrum every day, all day, twice on Sunday. We're paying in the fun. These niggas don't run, but they run from it. 2 dot E dot E dot P. It's 2 D for spelling the pair. Soon to be a son of a ringtone. Already the reason why your wife might not wear the ring home. All right, back to the OG, get creek, and we ain't rocking it. We can't kick it. Keep it slow and chop it over. Get my shots.
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. One of the topics that we've been seeing online, we heard a few people mention who's going to replace Watts or is Watts replaceable. What are your thoughts on that?
I actually have several thoughts on that, but I'm gonna kind of be as brief as I can with all the things we got to cover. But first and foremost, in general, why would you even want to be the next Michael Watts or DJ Screw when there's only one you? I think that we get the best out of every individual when they develop the best version of themselves rather than chasing somebody else's shadow or somebody else's legacy. The Father gives us all something different to bring to the table. And what I have is not what Watts has, it's not what Screw has, it's not what Ron C has, what Sam has, or Bert has, or DJ Obedient has, or any DJ out there, DJ Noble, Oak Cliff, DJ Chill, any DJs you want to name, and we all got something different. And we bring the best fruits when we bring the best of ourselves instead of trying to copy somebody else. And there is no such thing as a next or a new Michael Watts, just like there is no such thing as a next or new DJ Screw.
It's been said that TikTok is better than the DJs.
I gotta address something else before we go there. While we are even in the space of electing people to hold certain positions, one of the craziest things I've noticed, and I didn't just notice this with the passing of OG Michael Watts, I noticed it the first time with Big Cricket, rest in peace, OG Big Cricket, is that some people get to a certain position or place in life and they believe that they can nominate people for positions that the city nominated the people who was the predecessor in that position for us in the first place. Like, no one person can nominate the next person to do what Watts or Screw or Cricket or Jay Prince or anybody else did. And you sound kind of foolish and rather audacious to even try to say, well, I guess such and such got to step up. Who are you? You know the city voted for Screw, right? You know the city voted for Watts, right? One person. So no one person can be the one to pick. And if you think you're that person, you are sadly mistaken.
It's been said, okay, so in the wake of that, they're saying that there's no one here to replace Watts. Is Watts replaceable, or is that even a thing?
The thing that they were speaking about as far as having a DJ in the streets, and the reality of it is there's been DJs in the streets outside of Screw, outside of Watts, outside of the most, common names, outside of Run C. One of the reasons that you don't hear about those names is because of people like the people that do the blog. And this is where my challenge with people in the whole blog, podcast, media space. So because of that, I now have three categories for you guys. First is the journalists. These are people that had some kind of education in the space that they playing in. They have a criteria about the stories that they follow. There's a scientific method, and they have a code of ethics that they move by. Then you got podcasts. These are people re-reporting information that is already in existence from an educated space. And then you got niggas with microphones. Niggas with microphones go buy some equipment, get a YouTube page and a camera or editor or whatever they get, and they start expressing their opinions with their chest out as if they are facts. Now, having your opinions, nothing wrong with that. When you express your opinion like facts, and then you get all of these subscribers, and they're watching, the challenge with that is people like High Thoughts, people like Smack Water. When you say these things that you say, these people are not researchers. Some of these people are going to take your word as gospel. So imagine up and coming DJ or Houstonian in general watching you say DJ Screw never DJ clubs. Imagine that. So somebody 25 is gonna believe Screw never did a club. When I personally saw DJ Screw play June 27th, and shout out to Demo, that famous freestyle, I watched him play it. And he sold 200 tapes in the same time frame of those 11 minutes for that freestyle. So ask yourself this: if you are that inaccurate as a so-called Houston historian or a media personality about somebody so epic and legendary that you kept mentioning, what else are you wrong about in the spaces of DJing that you have never done?
Okay. Well stated. Well stated. Okay, I got some more for you. Actually, got a list for you. One thing I heard, I seen scrolling down Instagram, social media timeline was the blog site versus the DJ. They're saying now that the blog sites may be more important than the actual DJ. Um, Also, they're saying that TikTok is better than DJs. What are your thoughts on
Hot Dogs TV. We're gonna go to Carrington's on a Monday, and we're gonna set up side by side. You do your podcast, and then I'm gonna do what I do. We're gonna see who responds to who. We're gonna see how many artists make it to where they can feed their families based on niggas with microphones talking versus people like me actually playing their music. You guys are rather audacious. And it's comical and sad at the same time because for the position that you're trying to hold, you're supposed to know things like this. TikTok is a valid platform, very much so, especially when it comes to getting paid for your music because you do get streaming points or however you would verbalize that from being played on TikTok. But you talking about making real and serious money, there's a minute group of people who get their money solely from TikTok. For everybody else, TikTok is a piece of the pie. And DJs is still a part of that pie. Because I played several songs that was or TikTok sounds and in the club, people looked at me like that's supposed to be on TikTok. Exactly. Spoken like people who do not do what they're talking about.
it? What are your thoughts on DJs charging artists for spinning?
So here's the deal. I personally have supported a whole lot of artists without charging them anything. Smack Water is one of those artists. I've played a lot of his music and tagged him in it as I was playing. So it wasn't like no, I saw him coming through the door and decided to hurry up and play his music. I played him consistently for months to try to make his song work. As a matter of fact, here's a story before we even go into all of this. Here's a story. Um, for those y'all that might not remember, Smackwater is on a Young Jeezy album. I can't remember which one it is. I want to say The World Too, but I could be wrong about the name of the album. But Smack is on, I think, one or two of the interludes on that album and did not get paid for it. Guess who is the only DJ in Houston that stopped playing Jeezy because Smackwater did not get paid and was not going to play Jeezy anymore in the club until Smack got not paid, until Smack got paid. To the point where Smack himself told me go ahead and play the nigga music. But let's bring it back to the subject. I personally believe that there's nothing wrong with payover per se. I believe when a person is doing work, they're supposed to be doing, especially if the work they're doing is going to end up making somebody else make money. Every business, including the business we are in right now, is built like that. The people who make the product, they make a certain amount of money off of having the product to sell. The place that sells the product makes a certain amount of money for being the person to facilitate it. Every piece makes money, but somehow you niggas think that the DJ ain't supposed to get nothing. So while we're speaking about that, this is why for every Michael Watts and DJ Screw and DJ Khaled, there's 100 homeless DJs. Homeless for playing y'all music. And when people get on, they forget about you. I have one gold record from Megan Thee Stallion, Big Old Freak. If I had a gold record for every song that I was instrumental in breaking, my whole wall would be covered. As a matter of fact, people like High Thoughts and Smackwater and everybody else that thinks that what they're saying makes sense, if you go look at one of those posts I posted, you see Michael Watts asking me for Hallelujah song, Never Know, in the middle of good night at my birthday party performing so that he could be better exposed. At the same time, I was taking school supplies and non-perishable food items before I ever heard of a hot dogs. You was probably in high school or fresh out of high school, it's somewhere around there. That's what was going on. You look kind of young, so I could be wrong. I could be, I don't know. But I definitely know you were not a factor when that was going on at all. And Smack, I don't know if you were moving around in the streets at that time or not. I'm thinking you was. I remember you from that time. Matter of fact, yeah, I was playing your music around that time too. For whatever reason, the songs I played from you didn't particularly catch, but I did play your music, and I did it consistently and without any money. The only thing I ever asked you for is more music. As a matter of fact, a couple of the songs that I heard from you, I told you to put more energy to, and you chose to put your energy into these other songs over here that I didn't think would be as successful. And here we are right now. So yes, I believe that there are situations where DJs are supposed to get paid for what they do, but it needs to make sense and it needs to make the ecosystem be able to function healthy. So, or you can't be raping artists pocket to the point where nothing ever comes out because they don't have $10,000 a year, right? But at the same time, if I'm putting in a concerted effort to help you be successful, and if your song takes off and you make a lot of money, I'm not supposed to get nothing. And here's the other part of it too. The higher up I'm able to raise myself, if I'm a pro artist DJ, which I am, the better it is for you. Because if I did the things I did for Good Night at this age, imagine if I was on the radio at the same time. Imagine if I was on BET at the same time. your song is coming with me.
Conversations like the one we're having right now, it's important that the facts are out. So all the facts are out so that you can make years back, we had a situation with the local artist, also by the name of Just Brittany. Tell us how misinformation might have caused her to.
So around that time, we didn't have platforms like High Thoughts, but we had like a lower level that was developing, and I think Smack was still doing his thing around that time too. And the whole situation with Bro and Just Britney took place, and a lot of people who were in influential positions on social media took a certain side. Coming to find out, they're on the wrong side of history. But I believe if it wasn't the deciding factor in her leaving and moving to Atlanta, it definitely played a role in her leaving and moving to Atlanta because her whole city was against her. Come to find out, for all the wrong reasons. So it gets to these are the type of things, and even think about that. Let's go back before that, even worse. Tupac, Biggie, the media did that. On several occasions, you see interviews with Tupac saying it's not an East Coast West Coast thing; it's a Biggie Tupac thing. But the media kept making it East Coast West Coast, and a lot of people lost their lives and got football numbers in the process. This is the danger of niggas with microphones as opposed to journalists.
Hit y'all out of the
Um, he said in the video, a hit dog gonna holler. Like basically saying if like I'm talking about you, a hit dog gonna holler. But the only reason why you making rebuttals is because you're talking about me. And I know that because everything you're saying in your video is response to what I said. When I look at all the other responses, you ain't responding to them. You responding to me. So say me. You old niggas, you talking to me, bro. So say me.
Breaking records. Let's talk about breaking records. Houston for sure is a city. Matter of fact, I was just looking at an old clip with one of our pioneer artists from New York, KRS One, and he mentions Houston as one of the top 5 places artists need to come to perform. Tell us your thoughts on breaking records. No one's here in Houston's breaking records. Tell us what you think. Your thoughts on
Shout out to KRS-One on that particular subject. He's accurate. Um, the importance of DJ of artists having a good relationship with everything. Just to kind of paint the picture for those you that are gospel fans and historians, I know you know of Mahalia Jackson. Well, Mahalia Jackson was broken by a DJ. Without that DJ, there is no Mahalia Jackson in the way that we know her, and all the people that were inspired by her, you don't get them either because she's the top of the timeline. So that kind of gives you the idea of the impact. And yes, there are DJs in the city that have broken and break records, besides the ones that are commonly known. I know myself, I broke a whole bunch of records and artists. So just to kind of give you some of that resume, the first song I broke in the city was Young Buck started with a rhyme. The second song I broke was Getting Some from Sean, formerly of DTP. After that, it was Fat Pimp with Rack Daddy and Maserati. When I first met Fat Pimp, he was a student at TSU, and his manager was doing street team work and promotion work for Sony, hanging posters and flyers, and putting music in the DJ's hands, things of that nature. Shout out to both of them. I also helped break the Party Boys. I broke Kirko on the north side, Kirko Bangs. The first person I heard, this goes back to another record breaking DJ, record DJ Chill and Leo. Shout out to him. Me and him broke a lot of artists together. We for a long time, me and him was like twin towers in the city. And I say that meaning if he was playing it and I was playing it, it was gonna break. So people like Young Problems, people like the Party Boys, people like uh, Candy Red. Shout out to Candy Red with Independent, which is how I met Beat King. So that's another inaccurate thing that Smackwater said. Well, you keep playing Beat King, he was already hot. When I met Beat King, he was making beats for other people. Have you ever heard of the Gutter Monkeys? Smack. That was Surreal, Candy Red, Karma, and Sugar. He was making beats for them. That's how he ended up making the beat for Independent. Once Independent started making some noise, I started getting a mysterious email from a beat king. He sent me about 10 songs before he got to the two songs that gave him his first push, which was Crush and Hammer. If you go look at a lot of his interviews, he has an interview where he said, when I first started putting out music, 2B said my music was whack, which was a lie and a joke. We used to say it all the time, but that was actually not the truth. I don't talk to people like that. Why I don't talk to people like that? Because I've been rapping since I was 5 years old. So here's another fun fact. I actually broke my own song, Trinity Garden Drop. Yeah. Name another DJ besides Watts and Burn C and Screw that broke their own song. I'm waiting. But in the meanwhile, Swag Surfing. They gave Swag Surfing to the Go DJs at first. They had it for I want to say a good month and a half, 2 months. It didn't do anything. Shout out to T City from T City Promo. He hand delivered me Swag Surfing. And now you can't name nobody in at least the last 8 years that ain't swag surfing their graduation. You welcome, nigga. And you know how I did? Every time I played the song, I did the dance. That's all I did. And here it goes back to another thing. Well, I'm not a smack walker. You said this. I'm not a DJ, but it's a formula to it in the science, and you're right about that part. But that formula and that science you gave out don't work for every song. So, for example, playing swag surfing and making it do what it did, what I had to do for that, I couldn't have did for riding on foes, which I also played in the club first. Because ain't no dance that go with riding on foes. So what do you do then? Mister, I'm not a DJ, but I can tell you the formula. And it's all love. It's no disrespect, but at the same time, when you wrong, you don't want to admit you're wrong. These type of things have to happen. And the reason why they have to happen is because at least at the bare minimum, now there's two sides of that coin being presented. So people can decide if they want heads or tails. But if it's only your voice out there and your voice is prominent, people think you know what you're talking about, even when you don't. Like right now.
What are your thoughts on there's no DJs, there's no artists being broken in the current era?
You know, when you mentioned G Hustler, one of the few videos from his release party came from me because I did the content. Who else did you name? Cartel Bo. Cartel Bo. I was playing him since before he went to jail that first time for that shit. When they did that video right by that school and they had the guns and all that, they ended up going to jail. Yeah, I was playing him then. So like he knew to you maybe, but he not new to me. Let me see who else you name. Fastlane. When I first met Fastlane, he didn't even sound like he sounded right now. First time I met him, me and Young Sam, shout out to Young Sam, another DJ that break records in a lot of different ways. We was doing a video for Ball on Him with B King. Go listen to the remix of Ball on Him with B King, and then listen to Dog Ass and all the other singles he's had. What you rapidly gonna find out is he don't sound like how you sound to him. So how you was saying it ain't nothing to play a nigga song when people already know his vocal tone. He didn't even have the same vocal tone when I first started playing him. I'm glad you said that. But yeah, like Lil Jeremy from the East Side, playing him tough. But if I wanted to, I could show you his number in my phone right now. Because he was also in the video with Lil C for Smoked Out Beat. Shout out to Lil C, who I also support. And guess who shot the Lil C video? The DJ, Young Sam. Yeah, see how like wildly wrong you are? You're not even like slightly wrong. You like couldn't hit the side of a barn with a cannon wrong.
Oh man, Watts and Screw had rosters because they were the only outlet and artists listened to it. But what are we looking like now? Like, can we get something like that back? Was that like a one of one? Is that the blueprint? What are you doing?
So first off, you are correct about that. The people say, well, they had a whole roster. But here's the thing about Screw and Watts. They had the cooperation of these people. You can't have a roster without cooperation. So here's another fun fact. DJ Young Sam, break them boys off. We had Will Star Chance, we had Tierra, we had Rashid, we had Ashley Williams, we had ourselves. In order for you to be able to have a roster, you have to have a vision, you have to be steadily consistent on that vision, and everybody has to cooperate with that vision. Now, maybe there's some sort of secret sauce that Screw had or Watts had. Or maybe they was the only thing going, and it was either I'm gonna listen to him or I'm probably not gonna do nothing with this music shit. It could have been that too. Because remember when the only route was trying to get signed to Rap Life? Yeah, I know because I did it. Remember Trey? Trey that was on Big Mike's album? I went to Sam Houston with him. Yeah. You dudes must be on bath salts. Y'all tripping.
I think we got most of this covered. Moving forward, moving forward, man? What can we expect? I mean, like I say, um, I heard eight ball referred to Michael Watts as a culture shift. I think that's probably one of the most accurate ways to explain OG. Um, moving forward, like what do you think we look like? I mean, because look where we're at now. There's no Watts, there's no Screw, no one's seen it coming, and we're here. And now instead of making music and picking up where they left off, we're back on the business stage. You know, Watts did this, Screw did that. Watts didn't do this. Screw did this first. Whoopty 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 whoopty. So from the mouth of DJ Too Deep, the question is simply where we are now and what does it look like moving forward? Music in the city.
Drink water, please. Um, I want to address that like this. Here's the thing that people are like, a lot of these niggas with microphones don't get, right? Y'all all think that the DJ is supposed to make people, but here's the piece of the component that you're missing. People made the DJ, then the DJ made people. So what do I mean? People said DJ Screw was the shit. So when Screw put Pat or whoever on a tape, they got a different kind of listen. Why? Because if Screw put them on there, they must have something. Let's listen and see. Same thing with Watts. The people made Watts. Long before he had any rappers, people said Watts was the man in the streets as it pertained to DJ. So when he put rappers on his tapes, because he didn't always have rappers on his tapes, people gave him a special listen. Because if you're on Watts tape, if you own a Swisher mix, you must be hot. Let's give him a listen. Um, DJ Khaled. was a DJ in New Orleans. He got on largely through Fat Joe. If Fat Joe don't handpick him to do certain stuff, we may not never know all of the catalog that we now have from Cali. So my first question becomes, what DJ y'all making? Y'all always talking about the DJs. That's why this has to be addressed because it ain't just hot dog, it ain't just smack. It's a lot of these niggas with microphones or podcasters in some cases. Who are you making? Who's the D? Oh, let's say I'm not it because I don't have to be it. I don't have an ego, bro. I don't care. I don't have to be David Ruffin. I'm okay being blue. My question is the DJ that you know that's doing that. Why you not pushing him up? You gonna let him be homeless too? Because there are people doing it. Speaking of that, quick commercial break. My brother DJ Young Sam got a new documentary coming out February 26th. His documentary covering the process of his album called The Streets Is Mine that features a lot of local artists. Young Cortez, OTB Fastlane, Jay Stead, Junebug, and it involves some of the legendary artists like J Dog and Kiki and Slim and Paul and Trey. And yeah, so you gotta support stuff like that. If you don't support it, then you can't say where the DJ is. Because the ones that's trying to do it, you're not supporting it. So Smack, are you coming to Young Sam's premiere of his documentary? My thoughts. Are y'all coming out to support it? To support those artists that is in that project? Are y'all gonna be listening to it and talking about the music on y'all platforms? Because you say we don't have nobody, so lift somebody up. Hey man, I see DJ such and such. He really been done. This person over here really been doing this thing. Let's bring him on and ask him who are some of the artists that he's supporting. And I know y'all probably gonna do it now since I said it. And I know it's probably not gonna be me, but I'm okay with all of that because, like I said, I don't have to be David Ruffin. I'm okay being blue. It just needs to be done, just like this needs to be done.
I just want to add in just a few thoughts here and then let you wrap it up and tell everybody main thing that you want to know, anything else that you want to know. I think largely what's missing here, we're having this conversation, not only you and I, but just the overall conversation about who's going to fill the void and there's no DJs doing anything now. I think what's actually missing, I think Watts and Screw simply created those platforms, whether people are going to like them or not. Like, this is what we're doing. And it worked. You know, they got support, they had talent, they were doing things that people are not really doing now. I think now people are checking numbers. I don't think people are really checking what they call motion and movement. Like, I don't think people are really taking the time out to be like, this is a talented artist. Let's remove the likes and the views. Let's just really just listen. Let's just really just listen. You know, so I think you can't be asking for replacement and all this and that, and the third when there's nobody who's doing that. When Watts was out, when Screw, when Swisher House was building, and even a little bit after their success, they weren't alone. It was Bellway 8, the Syrup Factory.
Man, I ain't heard that name in a minute. Shout out Syrup Factory.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, RIP DJ Marco Polo. The thing is, there's no one even in that space. Everybody wants to get on the line. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. Somebody go ahead and do it, and watch how you shit move. Watch how you shit move. You stick to it. Don't monkey see, monkey do. Stand back. You know what I'm saying? And see how you shit move. That's not right. There's no one. How are you gonna have a replacement when you don't even have anybody even do anything? First of all, Watts and Screw, what they've done is a one of one. From everybody that I listened to, that knew them, that were with them, that I talked to, even when I asked them direct questions, I hear things about them that I haven't seen. I hear things like everyone says, about both Watts and DJ. These men had a heart of gold. They were looking for talent naturally. Who the fuck is doing that shit now? I'm talking about on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's COVID, a freeze, shit going on overseas, this is what the hell they doing. I don't see it. I don't see it. So let's start there. But anyway, that's my 2 cents I wanted to weigh in. Go ahead and tell the people anything else that you want people to know. I guess this will be part one. Come back, it's cool. If you gotta come back, we'll come back. Go ahead and let the people know again. Of course, for you, plug yourself. We already know DJ 2D. They know how to find you, how to get your support. If they need to get in contact with you for features, collabs, anything like that, let the people know how to contact you. And if there's any last thoughts, anything that we missed out, go ahead and let those people know. Let the people know what's going on.
Smack, remember when I was telling everybody that I was gonna go DJ in Africa? I'm the first DJ in Houston DJ in Africa. Remember when I was telling everybody I was gonna take out music in Africa? What did y'all say? Everybody looked at me like I said, let's go to Mars. It's people doing the work. Y'all just want the people who are already doing it to do it for you. Instead of saying we need, even before Watt's untimely passing, we needed other people in position. Because he shouldn't have to carry the whole city by himself. Houston is too big and it's too much. One of the things I'm trying to solve is create avenues besides the general approaches that everybody takes. Right now, I'm working on with somebody on the sync licensing aspect of it because I'm trying to help artists be able to get their songs in movies and TV shows and video games. Are you doing that, Smack? Are you doing that, Hot Thoughts? Do you know anybody doing it? Has anybody told you that? I'm probably the first one saying it, right? Yeah, you don't know it yet because you ain't seen it yet. And you wouldn't know that because you're not a DJ, so why would I be talking to you? But that don't mean ain't nothing happening. There's a whole lot of other things in the works right now that you have no idea about because you're not a DJ. The better thing for y'all to do should have been asking DJs rather than thinking you know. Because just like I don't really know all the ins and outs of being a nigga with a microphone, or all the ins and outs of even podcasting as of yet. I know to ask. Everything that I know, I'm so smart because of 3 magic words. I don't know. If you get a little bit of that in your cup and pour a little of that, this is my platform, so I must be right out your cup, you'll have a better platform actually. Because it'll show a more human side of you. Like I know ego seems cool and pride seems cool, but humility and being a human is way more attractive because it's way more humans than people with their chest out. It's way more humans. And I don't necessarily fault y'all because a lot of people believe what y'all believe, but the problem comes in when you state opinions that you have not fact checked as facts. That's where the problems come in. Because there's somebody on your platform that's not going to do the research, that's going to actually believe Screw never DJ the club. There's not no DJs out here trying to play no music. I am the VP of Coalition DJs. What do DJ Coalition do? Don't they break artists? You boys on MK Ultra or something. Because, like, I'm really wondering where y'all been the last 20-something years. Even all the way up to right now. Oh, hold on. Mexican OT. Shout out to Cuban Diva and my partner Tony. We was doing showcases at Wolves Den. We're the reason y'all knew about Wolves Den. And I'm going to tell this story and then wrap it up. So he came and performed at our showcase 3 or 4 times. And then he went out to do what he did. You would consider them a new artist, right? Exactly. And it's funny fact, when we did the Wiki Cricket Lifetime Achievement Awards on June 27th at the Wolves Den, you was there, Smack, holding up a bottle of Peach Legendary from Michael Sterling, because you had just got off of parole. You remember that? How is it so much so that D-Red, shout out to D-Red, had to leave the Screw event that was going on at the House of Blues and came to our event, which is actually my first time meeting him face to face. So I'm on both sides. I got the older generation. I'm doing some stuff with Demo right now, and I'm on the new generation too. You can't miss me, bro. You can't age me out. You can't box me out. You can't cancel me. You can't cancel no real nigga. You can't. It can't happen because the real gonna last when the fake fade away. I'm not saying y'all fake. I'm saying if you try to put anything fake in my place, it's gonna eventually fade away, and I'm gonna still be here. Long after there's no high thoughts, I'm gonna still be a factor, not an actor. No disrespect to nobody. It's just things need to be clarified, and that's all I'm here to do. You're gonna start seeing and hearing a lot more of this because there's a lot of other things and subjects that people be on. Speaking from the space of ignorance, I'm gonna start clarifying. This is just the first one, and it's probably appropriate that it be about DJing with not only what I do and what I've done in the city and for the community on several different levels, but for the memory of DJ Screw, the memory of Michael Watts, for the legacy of the living legend Daryl Scott, for people like Jazzy Red, for people like DJ Chill, for people like DJ Wiz, for people like DJ Obedient, for people like DJ Motivation, for people like DJ Young Sam, for people like Young Hurt, because y'all got a lot to say about DJs. By the time the DJs start talking, saying something about y'all, yeah. R.I.P. to OG Wicked Cricket. R.I.P. to OG Michael Watts. As long as y'all see my face, y'all gonna hear their name. Shout out to Expand Entertainment. Shout out Coalition DJs. Shout out to my DJs in the Hood family. Shout out to the North Side. It's up. They done fucked up.
Shout out to the whole city of Houston. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to everybody watching, tuning in. Appreciate y'all time, man. Texas Plug TV. Oh, that's it. Boom. That last word. I say DJ
Nigga, that's timing like a motherfucker.
That's like that's
Yeah.
That's you doing the right thing. Doing the right thing.
Yeah,
Right on
yeah,
time. That's
yeah.
how I see it. Oh, man, let me get up out of here.
How long does it take to give me the first flip? You can break that into pieces,
Right.
right?
I mean, I can give you some right now, but I got to keep going, though, bro.
Yeah, give me like.
What you want? Just anything from there or something in particular? Because I really, that's one of the ones right here. Let me come alive. I don't want nobody here out important shit. Ain't nobody on this motherfucker. But I was gonna say,